Tell me something, my friend. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
I do a great impression of a hot dog.
Billy likes to drink soda.
So am I to understand that you men completed your training on your own?
That's the fact, Jack!
Come on, seriously, who is that?
Welcome to the show. It's three geeks and a microphone.
All right, everybody, welcome to episode number 2 of Three Geeks and a Microphone. And I am one of your hosts, one of the geeks, Lucky the Dork Dad. And with me today, I have...
Leo from Nerd Speed Podcast.
And Ian from the Geek Paradox Podcast.
All right. So, yeah, episode number 2, even though I haven't dropped episode number 1 yet, but I will. So you guys are probably going to get like a back-to-back.
Yeah, we're going to do like Netflix does.
Yeah, we're going to drop 2 episodes at once. So this is a podcast about 3 geeks and a microphone talking all about geek stuff, games, movies, TV, and all that jazz. So what is the big news today, or actually yesterday, Leo?
PlayStation 5.
PlayStation 5.
Right now. A week before that was Xbox. Or a few days before that. Well, I guess it was last week. Late last week was Xbox. But
they went live already too?
What's that?
Their pre-orders went live already too?
No. They go they go live next Tuesday.
Okay, good.
But the announcement was made, I believe, last week for them. But yesterday was PlayStation 5, and
so
I got the stuff I already heard today. I'm not going to go into much detail because it's work related. But
so like a lot of, I guess, regular folks that might not know, I don't know the details. Is it you can order it at GameStop now, or was it just online PS5? Do you know?
It's sold out.
It's sold out, but you could have pre-ordered it through GameStop.
So, without getting into too much detail about it, yes. And apparently those pre-orders were supposed to be for today, and that didn't happen.
Knew it.
Social media had placed, including Jeff Keighley, who, if you don't know who Jeff Keighley is, he hosts the Game Awards every year, or at least for the last couple of years, he's been hosting them. Cool guy. Actually, one of my favorite dudes to watch. You know, I don't watch him very often, but whenever he's on the awards, I think he's a great host. Seems like a cool dude. Posted something on social media yesterday, and so did Sony, in regards to pre-orders being available today. Wasn't the case.
At GameStop.
Yeah. And this is just wasn't. It was actually at select retailers. What GameStop having to be one of them. Target, I believe, was the other one. Best Buy, Walmart. I think that was it. Maybe some other major retailers. I'm not sure if Sam's or Costco. I'm not sure if they get consoles. I'm not sure if they were part of that list. But essentially, your big ones, probably the big 5, which would be Target, Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop, or big 4, I guess. But that was supposed to be the case. Didn't pan out that way. Again, like I said, I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's work related, but we got bombarded with the pre-orders yesterday. Not even the people at GameStop knew what was going to happen, because based on what we knew from what we saw on social media, it was going to be today. Wasn't the case. From my understanding, each store got a limited amount, including, I believe, other retailers. And once they were gone, they were gone. And right now, there's just a lot of angry people out there that I'm aware of that are very disappointed because a lot of these retailers are already sold out. I will say this. It is not the employee's fault. It is not the associate's fault. And people don't see it that way because people are entitled pricks.
Of course.
But, and that's not everybody, but that's a big percentage of the people in the world. A lot of people that throw tantrums don't get what they want. And the fact of the matter is that it's not the associate's fault, whether it be GameStop, Best Buy, Walmart, Target, no matter where you go, it's not their fault. Just
Yeah.
large miscommunication that just didn't pan out right and backfired. Now, a lot of employees and associates at their respective businesses or their jobs are getting a lot of support.
Yeah, people that have never worked retail before, they just don't know how it is.
They don't get it. They don't get it at all.
I remember back in the day working at Walmart, you know, people come in asking for stuff, and I knew my stuff. I worked in the toy department. I knew what I had. And they'd come up to me and say, hey, you know, do you have this? Do you have that? And I was like, nope. I tell them straight out. And they're like, you're not even going to go look? I was like, no, because I know I don't have it. You know, but they don't understand.
I mean, it's like we can check, but we already know. And I've had that question too, you know. Well, do you have any extra in the back? I do not. You're not going to check? No, because I don't have it.
Because I live here.
You know, I can check the stores for you. I can check, you know, other locations, or I can just place the order for you. But, you know, I know my inventory, especially with everything that's going on right now, we are super limited on what we have. And even more so depending on what they are looking for. So it's pretty rough out there. But yeah, that was the big news. PlayStation was announced. We have your standard or the physical edition, which plays physical discs, and your digital editions. $4.99 for the standard, $3.99 for the all digital. I believe pre-orders for extra controllers, the DualSense controller, the DualSense charging station, and the Pulse 3D headset also went up for pre-order as I took pre-orders for that.
So you said you were bombarded. Did you have like lines going out the door?
I started to get a line. Yeah.
And you're just like, nope, sorry, nope.
Well, I had a little bit of help, which was good. So it kept the line in check. But it was just a matter of like, hey, you know, I only have X amount left. You know, everybody else that was in line, it was just kind of like, I'm sorry, folks, but, you know, this is the cutoff right here. You know, unfortunately, we just ran out of units. So at the time, I was happy to have a little bit of help, which benefited me because I was able to take care of every guest individually. But yeah, it got packed pretty quick. And there's a lot of phone calls and a lot of hearsay and this, that, and what have you. So it wasn't too chaotic. It's nothing that I'm not used to. You know, if you haven't worked holidays in retail, don't tell me. If you haven't worked retail during the holidays, don't tell me that you know what you're doing.
Oh,
you don't.
Trust me, I worked at Walmart during the whole Tickle Me Elmo thing. So
right, Black Friday, Christmas. Don't tell me that you know what it is. That you have the experience that anybody can handle it. It's not for everybody. I've seen people have breakdowns. I've seen people go to the back room and cry because somebody called them names. I've had people just had straight up just like, you know, they were mean to me or whatever. Hey, man, you got to stand your ground. You got to be professional. You got to do your job. Just as long as you don't be stupid, obviously. You know, take care of the guests. Take care of them the best that you can. Go about your day. You know, that's all you can really do. But that was the big news yesterday. And launching November 12th, I believe, in the States and Canada, and I think the 19th of February.
Yep.
So, Ian, you're a little upset you did not acquire one.
I am. I texted Leo. I guess around 7:38 last night.
You're like, save me one.
No, well, no, I was like, hey, did the pre-orders going live tomorrow? And he goes, bro, they came and went. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, they all went. They're gone. They came in 35 minutes after the thing ended, and that was it. And I'm like,
Nobody messages me unless they want something from GameStop, or if I have.
You're so full of shit.
I'm like, you know what, dude? Like, buzz off. Like,
you're
seriously,
so full of shit. I talk to you all the time.
Y'all don't talk to you in years, but all of a sudden, oh, you're still at GameStop. Hey, how's it going? How you been? Hey, you know what? kick rocks, man. I'll answer your question.
I like kick brick more.
Kick rocks, kick bricks, kick yourself.
In the forehead.
Right.
Yeah. It was. I had a few friends get a hold of me too and ask me, hey, well, I thought they were going to notify us. Or I thought you were going to notify me. I was like, I'm sorry, I have a store to run.
I'm your personal messenger.
And I was like, I had a friend that reached out to me, and I wasn't trying to be, I said, I'm sorry. I really empathized with him. I was like, I'm sorry, dude. I was like, we didn't know anything. We didn't even know. Employees did not know anything as far as when this was going to happen. We were just expecting the news for the following day. We didn't know that they were going to drop that day, 45 to 50 minutes after the conference ends. I was like, I'm sorry, but I had a store to run.
You don't have time to take out to call you and let you know.
I had friends reach out and ask me the differences and the specs and all that stuff, but I even had a guest call me the other day or yesterday, and of course I took care of them over the phone, and I would let them know if I got any more news or anything else. But right now it's just like we're not seeing any more units coming. So I mean, that's all I can. I'm not going to give them any kind of hope because we don't know.
So
so it would be right for me or for any associate at their respective retail job to do the same. But
so
yeah, I had friends reach out to me, and I'm just like, I'm sorry. I had a store to run. I had to make money. So
along with the release date, we also got a peek at this Harry Potter game, man.
Oh my God!
This
Melissa
open world Harry Potter game.
I lost my shit. I lost my shit when I saw it.
It looks pretty good.
My shit.
It looks
like, oh my God!
It looks really good.
I'm so excited. I am so excited. This is something I've been waiting for since the first Harry Potter book came out.
I mean, it looks pretty dope, but I don't know. I still might wait on the PS5 for a while. What are you guys' thoughts on first gen consoles that come out? I mean, don't they usually have bugs or is that
sometimes? I mean, and that's to be expected. Being part of that first run, you have to expect the possibility for failure.
But
it's
I guess
you accept as soon as you purchase it.
The coolness of being one of the first outweighs that, I guess.
Well, it depends. I mean, some of us, we weigh our options. Okay, so the console fails first day out, right? Got to send it to Sony. Sony's going to fix it and then send it back. But ultimately, we're still getting it back. And we did get to turn it on first.
Yep.
I think I'm just going to wait, and Melissa wants one. I don't know why she doesn't even play her 4. Not to throw her under the bus like that, but it's true. And she's like, I just wanted something new. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Buy a new statue.
And I mean, I know she had asked me a couple of questions like, have you heard anything? Have you seen anything? And I was just like, no, you haven't heard anything. I said Sony's been pretty hush hush about it. So, I personally, if I honestly think I want to wait. I'm not crazy about the color.
Yeah, I'm a little.
Not to mention, I don't know if they'll have any kind of bundles or special editions or things of that nature, because that same week, Assassin's Creed Valhalla drops, Spider-Man Miles Morales drops, Cyberpunk drops the following week.
That hasn't gotten pushed back again, right?
No.
Okay.
Watch Dogs Legion drops. I believe the gold and the steel, the gold and ultimate editions drop. October. I think it's Halloween. I think
that sounds right.
It's Halloween or the 30th or something like that, or the 29th, and then the standard edition drops a few days later. So who knows if they'll have any kind of bundles for that the following week and a half or so. So I think I'm just gonna wait. If they have a black one, I'll get the black one. This would probably be the first time in a few years that I actually wait for a console, because I got my PS3 I think a couple of years after its release for Christmas. Every other console I think I got right around the time it was released. So not necessarily something that I'm rushing to get. I still have a very large library of games to play.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. What else is in the news? Came out today. Find her name. Tatiana Maslany. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Announced she is gonna be She-Hulk in the new Disney Plus.
She got the green light.
I'm not too familiar with her. Supposedly she's in that show, Perry Mason on HBO. I don't know.
I think she was on No. I don't know. I forgot. I read the article earlier too, but I don't know what show she was on.
I mean, she's easy on the eyes, I guess you could say. I don't know. She doesn't look very big, so I'm assuming it's gonna be some kind of Mark Ruffalo CGI She-Hulk thing going on.
Here, take all these steroids.
Bulk up, bitch.
But I'm excited for that. I'm excited for all these new shows coming out.
I've heard her name, but this is the first time I've actually seen her face when I looked it up right now.
Yeah, I saw the article earlier, and I was just like, I don't know what this is, but okay. I'm not a big She-Hulk fan, but I'll definitely give it a shot for sure.
So Mandalorian season 2, I'm ready for that.
Oh, did y'all see the trailer?
I haven't. I have not watched it yet.
You haven't seen it?
I don't know. I don't really know what I'm waiting for, but I'm waiting for something.
You said that, and I thought of the little kid from Incredibles.
I don't know. Something
amazing, I guess. He just takes off with the trike.
That was totally awesome.
Oh man!
Yeah, I'm excited for Mandalorian season 2. Just to see where the adventure goes. I don't know. Looks like they're sticking with the crew, I guess. Gina Carano and Apollo Creed. I always say Apollo Creed.
Carl Weathers.
Yeah. I don't know too much about it, but I heard there was some drama on the season 2. Did you hear about that? With Pedro Pascal?
Heard the guy left or something?
Yeah, I don't know all the details.
Fixing on leaving. I don't know who the guy is. I know Gina's been getting a lot of flack on Twitter too for a lot of stuff that she's been saying. Nothing overbearing, but just, her personal views on a lot of things and a lot of people misinterpreting them. But however, at the same time, you should probably still watch what you say type of thing. But she hasn't been getting, I personally don't think. I mean, I don't even know how this started. I don't even know. I just kind of just jumped into it.
It's got to be hard. It's got to be hard. It's got to be hard as a celebrity. I mean, you really have to watch what you say all the time.
Oh, yeah, especially in this day and age.
I mean, and that's just with anybody. I mean, 40, 50 years ago, you could make all kinds of jokes about people of all color, and you get a kick out of it,
And nobody would give a shit.
I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. The Dean Martin roasts from the 60s and the 70s. I mean, Don Rickles would literally butcher. I mean, this was clean cut too, not using words or whatever. I mean, this was just straight up clean cut roasting people, and they got a kick out of it. Now I can see, after 50, 60 years of being trampled on and made fun of and this or that because of their people of color or ethnicity or whatever. I mean, it's like I can understand it, but come on, man.
They're just words.
For real.
None of us really have room to talk. We don't.
Exactly.
But I have heard from a lot of, you know, a lot of other people, a lot of other creators and things like that, all putting in their 2 cents too. And I mean, yeah, no, we don't really have room to talk, but we can kind of empathize with the situation amongst the people that we know personally, because we know these people, we know how they feel about the topic. So we're fine, you know. It's not, you know, we aren't the cause, we're not the problem, and you know, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
But,
People just
apparently
need to.
she was getting some heat, but I don't think it's been overbearing where people. I mean, there's been some people that are like, "Yeah, I hope you get dropped from Mandalorian or whatever." It's not going to happen, dude. It's not going to happen.
But I mean, we have to admit that some of these people need to stand up for themselves too.
No, absolutely, but you know, I mean, but it's not going to happen. I mean, the success it's had, and like I said, she ain't getting a whole lot of heat for it. There hasn't been an overbearing amount of people like, "Oh, you know, she needs to get off of there." I mean, it's not going to happen.
I'm
I
talking
haven't seen the show, but I know that her character's popular. So I mean,
yeah, I'm talking more on like a business level. You know,
yeah.
These people have to be free to do what they do because they're good at it. And these companies that are paying all this money to have the stuff made need to back their people, whether it's favorable or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to lose money, but you're going to earn respect. And respect will give you a whole lot more later on down the line.
Yeah.
But of course, I'm not those people. I don't know what they're thinking. That's just my opinion.
I don't have a fat bank account, so
Yeah, no. There
care.
are not multiple zeros.
I mean, I care that I don't have a fat bank account, but I don't care about other people.
Let's see. Sticking with Disney Plus, Marvel's WandaVision is confirmed to come out in this year. So I didn't see a date,
interested to see that.
but we are getting it this year. If
What
I had
was
to
that?
guess, WandaVision with
Oh, WandaVision. Yeah.
I'm excited to check it out. I think it's going to be interesting. And a nice change of pace on the Marvel side.
Yeah, if you've seen any pictures, it looks kind of freaky. It's like it's like Leave It to Beaver or like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's different time periods.
I think
Like
so.
they go through different time periods, possibly, maybe. I mean, not with everything of time travel and everything that happened in the end game. I feel like they might take advantage of that and run with it.
It might be linked somehow, but yeah, it looks interesting.
Or a tear.
I'm just waiting for more shows on Disney Plus because they debuted last year, right? Last year,
Yeah.
we got the Mandalorian, and like after that's pretty much nothing.
I was looking forward to.
I mean, but the movie lineup you can't really beat if you're, if you're a hardcore Disney fan, because everything is there. I subscribed day one.
Yeah, and I was really looking forward to Falcon and Winter Soldier. I really wanted to see that one. The little miniseries I've been reading in the comic books is actually really good, but I think I don't know if they've postponed that indefinitely. Not to get too much off track, but I haven't received the rest of my issues, so I don't know if I'll put off that or not. But I am looking forward to that show. I want something Ghost Rider related.
Ooh, yeah.
Plus, they're gonna go that dark, and they kind of need to.
Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Nah.
Only reason I say that because I think the plan is that these Disney Plus shows are going to be somehow linked to the movies, or at least that's the rumor. And they have to be going. They have to be going into space, I think.
Yeah, I would be okay with just a raw Johnny Blaze old school Ghost Rider. But definitely, I don't think something that Disney Plus would probably care to do. But I would very much prefer HBO Max pick something up like that. I don't know if Marvel would still be hand in hand with Netflix. If not, HBO Max would definitely be the place to put it. But I would definitely like to see something Ghost Rider related.
I think there's rumors too that like they're gonna bring Daredevil into the MCU.
Yes, it's gonna. I think I read an article briefly. I think about a month ago, where they had to wait for the contract, I think, to finish. So Daredevil's contract, Charlie Cox's, I guess Charlie Cox might be still under that contract with Netflix, but they have to wait for that to end, and then they'll consider doing that. As long as Charlie Cox comes back,
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
yeah.
With John Bernthal and Punisher.
Contrary to popular opinion, the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider is still one of my favorite movies of all time.
Okay.
The
No, I gotta leave.
Spirit of Vengeance was weird, man. I know Idris Elba was in there, but that one was just weird.
I think that's why I liked it so much.
I remember seeing that one.
It was very obscure and it was very dark.
It was definitely like just out there. It was just a weird one. The first one I liked. I liked the first one. But yeah, the second one was just.
I didn't see either one. It
was. I'd have to rewatch it. It's just weird.
Speaking of Nicolas Cage, did you hear? He has been cast as the Tiger King.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Did y'all by chance? Did you guys see the video of Carol Baskins on Dancing with the Stars?
Yes, it was terrible.
And the wife and kids and the lawyer posted up that video. If you think Carol Baskins did this, please call us here if you have any proper information. Blasted her in the middle of her fucking show. It was hilarious. I was almost on the floor. It was so funny. Like, it's brutal.
I didn't watch it live, but I heard about that. I think we saw it on Hulu when they showed the replay. No commercials, but yeah, I heard about that. It's just, I can't believe they got her to actually dance to Eye of the Tiger. That's just bizarre.
My thoughts is she has like the biggest balls on the planet.
For real.
Like the biggest. And she just doesn't give a fuck.
I'm never going to be able to listen to Eye of the Tiger again.
It was so funny though, because like she even does like like these tiger moves. It's like, oh my god.
The only thing I think about when I listen to Eye of the Tiger is Dean Winchester lip syncing it in Baby.
It's Rocky first, and then Dean Winchester, but not Carol Baskin. Baskin Robbins, where the fuck her name is. Gross.
Baskin Robbins. Don't associate good ice cream with that psycho.
Since we recorded the last time, figure we should at least mention it. The passing of Chadwick Boseman.
Yes.
Black Panther.
How did you find out, Lucky?
I was actually messaging a friend of mine, Rich, from one of the other podcasts we do, and I think I was at work. And we were messaging, and he messaged me back and said, "Hey, yo, Black Panther died," and I was like, "What?" And yeah, as soon as he said that, I looked it up, and it was just everywhere. It was crazy. At first, I thought it was one of those, jokes like, haha, fooled you, but no, it was legit, and it was just crazy, right? About how he hid it from everybody, and it's
so
bizarre.
I've seen a few photos of him really thin, and I didn't think much of it. I was like, maybe it's for another role. Because
that's what a lot of people think. Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, I mean, look at Matthew McConaughey was in that one movie where he had lost a ton of body mass.
Christian Bale did too.
Christian Bale did, in The Machinist, which I have. That's a great film. It's very much like Fight Club, almost. It's like the beginning, the end of what happens is at the beginning. It's really weird, but that was actually a really good movie. So that's what I thought, and I didn't think much of it. But at the same time, I was like, maybe he's sick. And again, like I said, didn't think much of it. my friend Henry had actually messaged me, and I was taking my dog out. And as soon as I walked outside, I got the message. And he just sent me the link, and I just saw the link, Chadwick Boseman, and I think I caught a flicker said "guys" or something passed away. I clicked on it like immediately, like I didn't even finish the rest of reading that link, and I just clicked on it, and sure enough, I just saw it, and I immediately checked Google, checked sources. The articles were slowly starting to pop up, like because I only had seen one or two, you know, three, and I think one of them was Forbes. I can't remember what the other ones were, but all the press was picking up on it. And I went back inside. I kind of put my phone away. I told Melissa, I was like, "Hey," I was like, "Chadwick Boseman passed away," and she just came to a screeching halt. Like, what? And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, and it really affected me for like about a day and a half or so, because that movie, his role in Black Panther was super, super good. Now, I haven't seen the James Brown biopic. I haven't seen the Jackie Robinson 42. I have been wanting to watch, but I never got around to it. But from it really hit me pretty hard, and I actually started listening through that Black Panther soundtrack, which is actually pretty dope. That soundtrack, it was really good. And Melissa really likes that soundtrack too, and that's right at our list. I guess in our Marvel list, that movie is at least top 5 or top 3 for us. But that was like I guess if she was going by a list, it would be like your second favorite. Like for me, it was like second or third. Like it was just an amazing film. So whenever I told her, I just kind of put a screeching halt to a lot of things, and we were like legit, just like when Stan Lee passed away. Like we were like legit bummed, like legit bummed. And of course, people always say, "Oh, we didn't know these guys." No, but the impact that they made,
Absolutely.
comic books, films, their roles in pop culture, a lot of what we do and what we like today. Because now, being a nerd and a geek and like superheroes is a lot of the in thing. Now you're gonna have probably another another amounts of billions of millions or billions of people just, kind of make fun of us, and it's so stupid, childish, whatever. I mean, frankly, I don't give a shit. I don't pick on you about the shit that you like.
Right.
But the impact, no matter what you do, who you like, who you don't like, these people have an impact one way or another, and that's just kind of like, that's still in relation to Chadwick, the same impact that he had with Black Panther, his films. He was just starting, man. He was just starting.
He really, really was.
I mean, it affected a lot of people. I mean, it was choking me up for days. I mean, just seeing all the pictures. I don't know if you saw the series of pictures with
all right,
with the kids, and they have all the Marvel toys, and then they have with the Black Panther like laying down. I was like, oh my god, man! Like the little kids just looking sad at their little Black Panther toys.
Yeah, man.
It was crazy.
I remember I was sitting at the kitchen table, and my wife goes, "Black Panther died." What? And so we're looking at it, and I'm like, "Oh." And the first two things that went through my head. Man, I feel like an asshole for thinking, for not being more concerned about what was wrong with him.
Yeah, but people didn't know.
He kept it from everybody, and that was just kind of like, man, like the way him and his family managed to kind of keep it secret was just really incredible. And like I said, I didn't even think much about it, because I was just like, maybe it's for a role, or maybe he was legitimately sick. But again, it didn't occur to me, because I didn't think he's sick.
Yeah.
The sad thing is that people were dogging him for looking all sickly, and it's like, man, I bet those people feel really, really shitty now.
Oh, I hope so.
Shit.
Yeah, definitely.
I was actually thinking about that yesterday. How you guys were talking about how much of an impact they have, and I was actually thinking about that last night. And it's like it's a hero dies,
Yep.
And that's exactly what it is. When Stan Lee died, a hero died, a hero that changed millions of people's lives, and created countless jobs and opportunities for people. And then the same thing with there's no one I could ever picture being Black Panther ever.
Right.
To me,
They
I would
better
be
not
okay
recast. They better not recast.
even if they did, because that's a pot of gold right there. They can't pass that up. I'd be okay with it. It would be weird, but I would be okay with it because I know he would be. He'd want the legacy to live on. He's that kind of person.
Right. I think that's the closest thing we have to, I guess, as a real superhero passing away, right? It's pretty tragic.
He did a lot for the community and a lot for not just people of color, but for people of all color and all backgrounds and ethnicities. He was a major role in children's. I think he did St. Jude's and children's hospitals and visitations. So he affected, again, the impact of his passing.
That's another thing I can't believe he did. Visiting the kids that have cancer when he knew he had cancer himself.
Yeah. He stayed positive through the whole thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, it just goes to show
his character.
Right. And even though we can only assume, because obviously we weren't casted with him, we're not stars with him, we didn't have roles with him in movies or what have you. We didn't know him personally, but we can only assume, hey man, that's to go to those children's hospitals and visit those kids while you're fighting yourself. I mean, that takes a lot of strength, and that's very admirable that, everything that he did. But again, in general, the lives he touched, the people he worked with, and the inspiration he left behind for young and old, certainly cemented his legacy, in Hollywood, TV and film, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, anything. I mean, like I said, he was just getting started. So it's a damn shame. Yeah. It really is.
So, like you said, he moved a lot of people. He moved a friend of mine by the name of Seth, who was a podcaster himself. He was formerly on the show, he was on the show, podcast called The Geek Out Show, which he's not anymore, I don't believe. But he is part of Scout Comics. If you look those guys up, he is part of that group. But he designed an image of Chadwick Boseman with a crown, and he asked me if I would put it up on my site, because I do have a site, 3leggedrabbit.com. It's the number 3-legged rabbit. I have t-shirts, and I do have podcast stuff. I have stuff of Dork Dad podcast on there. You can buy a shirt with my face on it if you want. Or I have some podcasting friends. I have their stuff on there too. But he designed this shirt, or this image that I put on the shirt, and he wasn't looking to get anything out of it. He just wanted to put it out there, and any profits or any proceeds, he wanted it all to go to St. Jude's. So I helped him out with that. The shirt's up on my site. You can check it out. The shirt's called Rest in Power King, and so it's $15, and like I said, all the proceeds going to St. Jude. So that was really cool of him to do that, and I was glad to help him out with that. So
yeah, I think I had seen you posted, so I'm definitely gonna look into it. Maybe Melissa might want to get one too, so I'll definitely let her know.
Hate to be on a somber note, but you guys have anything else as far as news wise?
Has anybody bought any new collectibles lately or action figures?
All right, pickups. Anybody got any pickups?
I do indeed. Let me get them. So I bit the bullet because this one and the Michael Keaton one are the only two I don't have in my collection. So Christian Bale, Mayfix Batman.
Nice.
Because again, yeah, he's literally the only one I don't have in my collection besides the Michael Keaton one.
I got to pick up for Melissa. I guess that counts because I'm the one that spent the money on it.
Was it that Cap Shield?
It was that cap from Iron Studios, yeah.
That thing is sick looking.
The shield?
No, it's a statue of him. I just said Shield.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you did post that. It is awesome.
Yeah. So it's this cap right here. And he's got interchangeable arms. The base is really impressive. It's got some good weight to it, which I really like.
Iron Studios?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, this is her very first Iron Studios, so I got her this. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm walking around with the headphones like a dingus, thinking you guys can't hear me. I guess I forgot that the laptop had a mic. I'm an idiot.
What anything that you personally got for yourself, Leo?
Nothing yet. Got this. I'm not sure. Well, I'll just take the laptop. The laptop's okay though. So we got this. So I haven't been
able to see you since you stood up like 5 minutes ago. So
yeah. So I'm not sure if you can see it, but let me see. Can you see it? Am I doing this right?
You're looking at
the baby.
I can't see you.
Is that
Can you see the baby?
Fast and Furious?
So that's Baby from Supernatural.
Oh, I don't watch that show.
Oh, I can't see it. I want to see.
And bought a case for it, and it lights up.
Nice.
So I had bought the car by Greenlight Studios. I bought the car probably sometime back. Oh yeah, I got that from L too. I forgot. I've been getting her shit. I haven't been getting myself stuff, but that's that blacklight cap. That was a Target exclusive. But I've been getting her stuff. Me personally, I haven't bought anything for myself. Other than no, that's not true. I lied. My Sub-Zero statue, that pre-order that I got a few weeks ago, by Diamond Gallery. That's been that statue and the Harley Quinn. It was a Jim Lee Harley Quinn by Chronicle Collectibles. I got it for cheap. Not a Harley guy, but that statue just really, really looks cool. I like the colors. I like the outfit. It's a very modern looking Harley. For whatever reason, I just felt the need to have it.
I guess since we're showing off, let me grab a couple things.
Oh, I also always do it back.
Forgot about that Sub-Zero statue.
So you remember the last time we were talking about the John Wick Mayfix character?
Yes.
Hey, Lucky, do you remember talking about that John Wick Mayfix character last time?
Yeah.
So I bought one off that AliExpress thing I was talking about the other time.
The Chinese versions? Some of them are not bad.
Yeah, I can't really complain about it. I like it. I picked that up. I finished the Ronin Warrior sets. They finally came in. And I think that's it.
I got a few things. I finally got my first G.I. Joe.
Yay!
I got a Snake Eyes. And I got this at a local shop I go to. It's called Atomic Toys and More.
Oh yeah, they're out there they're way out there.
Yeah, that's not as far from me. So
yeah, it's far from me. I've been there.
Yeah, Javier, the guy that runs that shop, he's a cool guy. So he got that for me. He saved a few things for me in the past, but I picked these guys up. These are by Damn Toys. They're 112-inch, 112 scale figures. They're just kind of just blank figures, but I thought they'd be fun to mess around with, maybe customize. So.
Nice.
Those.
Cool.
And the big one I got, I was kind of excited for this. But, I haven't pulled them out fully yet. But.
It's a Batman statue, I can already tell.
It's actually Suicide Squad version of Batfleck Hot Toys figure. So,
Oh shit!
yeah, I'm excited about this guy.
How's that feel? Like, how does it feel when you hold one of those?
It's nice. I like his. His is like it's kind of rubbery, and it's like a padded suit he's got on, but it's very cool. Maybe I'll take some pictures of him at one point here, post them up. But I was excited to get that. Buddy of mine hooked me up on a very good deal for it, so yeah.
I still want to get that. I still have my eyes on that Flash premium format. I just don't know when I'm gonna get it. I think they have another shipment coming. I think it's not coming until early next year. I think like maybe like Q2 or something. But oh man, like it's like $500+. I'm just kind of like I really want it.
Yeah, I'm so scared. Like, have you seen speaking of toys, Mayfix
Hush, Batman.
Hush Batman came out, but they just yeah, he's already out.
No, he's not. You don't have
But
to
they
already.
announced the Hush Joker. Man, it's beautiful.
See that. What is this?
Hush
Having that one.
on Big Bad Toy Store. He's up for pre-order. The Hush.
They have so much of my money.
So I canceled on for me on what's the word? On the contrary, for me, I canceled actually a lot of the pre-orders with them because I found out that Iron Studios has Afterpay. That shit is deadly. That shit is so deadly. So essentially,
What is it?
I checked, huh?
What is it?
So Afterpay, you pay in payments.
After
So
you
you
get
don't
it,
have to pay for the whole thing in full. So Big Bad doesn't have that. Iron Studios does, hence why I got Melissa the Iron Studios cap because the payment is $38 and some change every paycheck. So instead of me paying $135 in full, I pay in payments. The really cool thing now is too that GameStop. I'm not sure if other retailers have this, like Target. I think Afterpay is with aligned also with Target, Best Buy, Amazon, Microsoft. But GameStop now has Quad Pay, same premise, just a different company, different name. And I've already purchased a couple of things from them, including the Tony Hawk's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 Collector's Edition that comes with an actual skateboard.
Oh man.
Yeah. And I had already purchased the game and didn't think much of it. And a friend of mine was like, hey man, like this just came in and it was the deck and I was like, shit. And then I had another coworker from another store. He's like, oh, this bad boy just came in and it was the collector's edition. I was just like, man, dude, I was like, that deck would look so good on my wall. So I just pulled the trigger and I did it via Quad Pay. So I only paid like $20.34 for the paycheck. That stuff is deadly. That Afterpay program is deadly. If you can afford it, I mean, it's affordable because I mean, if you can cough up, the amount of money for the payments for whatever it is that you're getting, you'll be okay versus you having to pay the entire thing. So,
yeah, I need that because I'm kind of scared of Big Bad Toy Store because I have a lot of stuff that's supposed to drop like at the end of the year.
That's why I canceled everything.
I
had
I
a bunch of
can't.
stuff.
I just can't. I just
Yeah,
can't
I had a
cancel.
few things coming. Um, apparently this quarter, and I was just like, I don't want any surprises on my check. I was like, and there were things for Melissa, and I showed them to her, and she was like, nah, like I'm not a fan of them. I was like, perfect. I was like, so I just canceled those pre-orders. There's a deluxe Christian Bale Iron Studios Batman that I want, and he's standing on top of a gargoyle, and I think it runs for $169.99 or $159.99. But I had to pre-order on Iron Studios. I'm sorry, not Iron Studios. Big Bad. And I was just like, I'm not gonna do this, dude, because it's gonna be almost close to $200 that they're gonna take out of my account. I was like, I have to pay some payments. Um, so once that one releases, which I believe should be early December or late November, I'm gonna do quad pay for that or after pay for that one. I need to have a Christian Bale statue, Christian Bale Batman. I don't have one, and this statue looks really dope. And Iron Studios does an amazing job. Their stuff is just super detailed.
Yeah,
I didn't even that Melissa had interchangeable arms and interchangeable parts, and I thought that was really cool. For a statue that detailed at that size. Normally, you see the bigger ones, premiums. You know, they have my small parts, but yeah, I've had Christian Bale in my collection.
I have Iron Studios Keaton Batman. He's just standing though.
Yeah, I have that. That's a nice one. That was my first one. My
And
first Iron
I have an armored Batman as well. Iron Studios. I like their stuff. It's nice.
It's nice, super detailed, super detailed. I really like their stuff. They're not very big, but I think they make stuff roughly about whatever the size that all the other statues are. But I'm not sure they make anything larger in size. But their stuff is like the craft and the love and the detail that goes into it. It's very visible.
I like that they have an '89 Batmobile, but it's hella expensive. So if you have an extra $1,000 you want to lend me, so I can get that Iron Studios Batmobile, that'd be great.
You can find Lucky's page at GoFundMe.
Yeah, but some other orders I have coming. I had to order a whole set of the new McFarlane Wave coming out that builds the Merciless. So I just went ahead and bought the whole set so I can make that Build-A-Figure.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked up a couple extra Robins. If you guys seen that Wave, it's the Metals version.
I have not.
Yeah,
It's he the one that they look like a demon?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
with the Batman who laughs. So there's the
Yeah.
Robins. There's 3 different faces, which I think a lot of people thought, as well as myself, that they were just gonna have like an interchangeable face. But the 3 different faces are actually random. So I bought a few extra, or I ordered a few extra Robins. Hopefully, I'll get all 3 faces, but we'll see.
That's difficult though. It's
I
almost
know.
like a chase ring.
I know.
That's hard to get. That's hard to get. Yeah. My Sub-Zero has been the only statue I got for myself. So that one and the Harley. The Harley was probably about a month and a half ago. But the Sub-Zero, that Sub-Zero by Diamond Gallery, I'm looking at my loft because I can see it from over here. That one's actually pretty dope. Like for the quality, for the price, it was only $50. It's got some weight to it. It's just a highly articulate, PVC, very detailed for the price. It's super affordable, but it was pretty detailed. It looks really cool. It's probably one of my favorite one of my favorite, pieces. Especially like I said, for the price, it was really cool. That's the only one that I've gotten, at least for myself. I haven't gotten anything else. I think the next one is gonna be the Batman statue, the Christian Bale, or I'm considering an Iron Studios store. The Thor's pretty dope. I
There's
like it with the braid on the beard and everything. He looks pretty. I like that whole Viking look.
there's a gallery 89 Batman coming out. Did you see that?
I did not.
Yeah, I have that pre-ordered too. I'm telling you that I'm gonna get killed by my wife the next couple of months here.
Yep.
I'm just gonna start sending you stuff. just the same stuff. That's crazy. Yeah, I had to cancel a lot. It's just too much stuff. I was like, if I can make payment plans, I'll do that. But I'm not gonna have $200 taken out of my check. Not at one time. That's too much.
Yeah, no, that's a bit. Yeah, I canceled a bunch too. I'm going through that stage now where I'm downsizing and I'm trying to figure out what it is I want to continue to collect and what I just kind of don't anymore. So I'm kind of in that process still. So I haven't really picked up much just because I'm trying to figure out what direction I'm going in here.
Yep, that's the problem.
It's that transitional period.
It's like when you get that emotional attachment, you're like, do I really want to sell it? It's like, I know if I sell it, I'm going to regret it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to let things go, I guess.
Yeah, and think about it. That's how our ecosystem thrives. We let go to collect new, and then somebody else, and then somebody else. And, I know we don't buy all of our stuff brand new.
No, absolutely.
So, it's just part of that ecosystem.
I have a Beast statue that I'm looking at right now that I bought at half price books for $50. That was $100 statue.
Nice.
I got a coupon for $50, and I got it for half price. Hence the name.
Sometimes you can find good stuff at half price books.
Oh yeah. I've found some pretty cool action figures there, some pretty cool books. I have a Swamp Thing statue I bought there for like $15 or $20, like maybe a good 7-8 years ago. It's the only Swamp Thing piece, other than the Funko Pops and some books, but it's the only Swamp Thing related statue or figure that I have, and I picked it up there. So that one was brand new. The Beast was pre-owned, but it came with the box and everything. But I've been really appreciating Beast. I think he's one of the more underrated figures in X-Men, or characters. I'm sorry. And so I've been really starting to pick up a lot of his stuff. And the statue that I have is pretty dope.
All right, let's see.
And FYI, the PGA 2021 is a great game. I absolutely love it.
I thought there was something wrong with my PlayStation when I saw that you had been playing it.
PGA.
I almost contacted Sony.
Like, why is my friend showing something impossible?
I was about to contact Jim Ryan, head of Sony Interactive Studios, and be like, "Hey, you guys need to fix this."
But sir, he's actually playing it.
I don't think it's my friend. I think it's the CIA.
Oh man, yeah. Let's talk about that for a minute. I'm convinced that we all have people listening to us. Absolutely, thoroughly convinced.
Cool,
no doubt.
There has been more than one occasion that I've made reference to someone listening to my conversations, and I don't know. I feel like it's giving somebody a laugh. It's a gut feeling like, oh yeah, you laughed. I know you did.
Technology is crazy. Was it last week? Last week I was looking up something while I was at work. I was on my work computer, right? Looking up this thing. And when I got home later that day, I was looking at my phone and I started seeing ads for what I was looking at on my work computer. I was like, what is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
That's the craziest thing. And I know Alexa's always listening. You talk about stuff and then you see it on your phone, but that was just bizarre because it was two unrelated things. My work computer, and then I saw it on my phone. It's crazy.
Well, that happened to us. My wife and I, we didn't have our phones. We weren't near anything. And we were talking about a specific thing. I think it was cat food. and this was before we had any kind of animal, and it was just something we were talking about. No phones around, and then all of a sudden, she goes onto the HEB app, and it's like, "Here, this is recommended for you. Did you forget something?" And it was that thing, and I was like, "What the actual hell?"
It's crazy.
Someone's always listening.
That's why I don't understand why people are so offended. Because, I mean, you all say shit that would offend people. Everybody does it, whether in public and or private. So I just don't get it.
And even if I'm not saying everybody, but I would like to think most people, even when you say it in private, you're not meaning anything mean by it, I guess you could say. You don't have ill intentions by saying certain things. You just say it because you're trying to make a joke, or I don't know. Yeah, people need to lighten up.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Oh, did you know that I can't remember her name, but the woman that plays Bobby Boucher's mom on Waterboy?
Kathy Bates.
Yeah, thank you. So when she got Adam Sandler's script, she originally threw it in the trash because she didn't know who Adam Sandler was.
Wow.
Her daughter came over, who's like her personal assistant, and she saw it and said, "Mom, what is this? Why is this in the trash?" "Oh, it's just some script. It's by Adam Sandler." And she goes, "Eh." And the daughter goes, "Mom, do you know who Adam Sandler is?" And she's like, "Okay, I'm doing this movie." It was hilarious. She had no clue.
That's crazy, because Waterboy, that was right after Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, and then Waterboy.
Yeah.
So he was big and up and coming by then.
Yeah. She threw the script away because it was the devil.
She was meant for the part.
Everything's a devil to you, mama. It's one of my favorite films. I love that movie. Yeah, he just, speaking of, he just had a birthday a few days ago. I think he turned 52, 54, something like that. He just had a birthday a few days ago. So
I really want to meet his kids, because I want to know what it's like to live with him.
I'm sure
I can't imagine he's much different than the roles that he portrays.
No, I'm sure he's a pretty cool dad.
I feel like he's one of those he really does lose his temper quick.
Let's see. What you guys watched anything lately?
Ooh, I watched Umbrella Academy season 2.
You finished it up?
I did. Oh man, it was so good.
Yes.
So
I
good.
haven't seen anything. Melissa's still on her Supernatural binge. She already told me last night. She's like, "I'm gonna watch everything up until the last 7 episodes come around." I was like, "You've been on a binge since the last 3 months." I was like, "What are you talking about?"
I haven't seen.
I would do that for a really long time until I caught all the way up, and that was right at the beginning of the first part of the season.
Yeah,
I've never seen that show.
it's really good.
What?
Never.
I want to say,
Oh, Lucky.
personally,
Isn't there like 30 seasons or something?
there's 15. This is the last season. It's 15 seasons. This is the last season. Personally, the first 4 seasons I would say are good. After that, it's like filler episodes and a lot of washed down story. But the fan base is massive. They have a major fan base. I can't think of any. I mean, I'm not talking about Marvel and DC. No, I have never seen a fan base for a TV show like this. They've got a huge, huge fan base. 15 seasons. Again, I would say maybe the first 4.5, first 5 are good. After that, for me, 6 through 8 were kind of just a lot of filler episodes, very watered down storyline. And then I think for me, I felt like it started to pick up around 10. And then it kind of got somewhat interesting again. And a little dark 2 after 10. Around 13,
Yeah.
14. Got a little heavy. Not too heavy, but there were some situations where it was just kind of like, oh, like it didn't remind me anything of like the first season, because the first season felt very cultish, like it was just like a cult hit. They didn't have music or any kind of sound effects to whenever they had their intro, and it would just flash like supernatural like that, and kind of move all over the place. But there was no sound effects. Like, it just felt like something underground to me. But it's a good show. Definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend it. A lot of emotional stuff, a lot of drama, a lot of good story. Some then it turns into some good story, and then some okay story. A lot of great characters, lots of laughs too. So it's a mixture of everything.
Anybody catch up on the boys?
I
haven't started it yet.
You haven't started it?
I have never seen it.
No, because we have small kids, and we're trying to find time to watch it around them is fucking impossible.
Well,
I don't think it's anything for Melissa. I don't know if she'll be interested in watching it. I had the books. I had the first 2 volumes, and I never I got around to reading them, but I didn't finish them, and I got rid of the books. But I definitely need to watch it.
Well,
as a matter of fact, one of the stars of Supernatural is going to The Boys for season 3, Jensen Ackles, who, if you don't know him from Supernatural, voiced Red Hood in the Batman animated film Batman Under the Red Hood.
Nice.
And he would be a perfect Red Hood. Hell, I'd even put him in the hat for Batman in another universe.
Wow.
I really like Jensen.
Yeah, I'd be down with that.
Well, Red Hood for sure. Red Hood for sure.
Well, since you guys haven't seen The Boys, I guess you can't talk about that. But it is a good show. Season 1 is really good. Season 2, it's kind of slow moving, but it's still pretty good. I don't know what else I watched. Did anybody watch Mulan?
I
haven't yet. I plan on it. I just haven't.
I have not seen it. I don't plan on it.
I wanted to wait because they announced, you can watch it now for $30 or wait till December and watch it for free. And
I'll wait till December. Shit.
I told my wife, I was like, let's just wait for November. My youngest, he was like, I want to see it, so I went ahead and got it. It's people have been talking bad about it. I guess mainly because there's, not to spoil anything, but there's no songs. It is not a musical. There's no Mushu. It's
no Eddie Murphy.
No Eddie Murphy. But to me, it was still a pretty good movie. I don't think it's as bad as people are saying. I think they're just disappointed because they were expecting something else. But I think it's an okay movie. I liked it. So
I will watch it, but I will wait until December now. So yeah, I'm not gonna pay $30 for that.
Yeah.
If Eddie Murphy was in there, I'd pay $30 for it, but no. I'm seeing Eddie Murphy in movies. Am I the only one?
Oh yeah. I can't wait for Coming to America 2.
Oh my God. Please be as good as the first one.
I know, I'm hoping. But what do
I miss that raw comedy.
Yeah.
I miss George Carlin. That's who I fucking miss.
Yeah, all those guys were great. All those well, they were all like in the same
yes.
I guess in that same generation, Carlin, Eddie Murphy, what's the other one's name? Oh man. Not Bobcat Goldthwait. Not him. There's another one.
Sam Kinison?
His name's Sam Kinison. I think that's what his name was. He had some crazy comedy.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys started in the late 80s, early 90s. Ray Romano was one of those guys too. Super like late 80s, early 90s. George Lopez, they kind of Richard Pryor.
Oh, Richard Pryor. Oh my God. Yeah,
but Eddie Murphy, I think he just went through a change, I loved him Raw and Delirious. It's another show that I like. But then, he started doing movies like Nutty Professor, Dr. Dolittle. He started being this family-friendly movies. And I think that, I'm not saying they weren't bad movies, but I think that kind of messed him up maybe a little bit. Or maybe he was trying to just change his image. But yeah, I'm ready for him to go back to his roots, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I know before all this COVID thing, supposedly he was gonna go on a comedy tour again, but I don't know if that's still gonna happen now.
You know who else was right before COVID? Because I was getting tickets for it. Tim Allen was going, and I'm like, that is like my TV dad, like 100%.
You're down with
like I grew up every day watching him and Home Improvement every single day, reruns or not, and I've watched the complete series nonstop multiple times. Because that is like my TV dad. So I was so stoked when he was coming to San Antonio, and he had to cancel until next year.
Yeah, I would have paid money to see him for sure.
Oh, 100, right? Yeah, I'm going. I am going. I have to be within proximity of this man at least once a month.
What are you doing?
You guys looking at anything else that you're looking to do here soon?
I haven't watched anything else.
Huh?
When it comes to TV, I'm still catching up on Flash. Well, I'm not catching up. I'm rewatching Flash, so I'm still doing that.
I've never seen that either.
That's a really good one. Flash is really good. I started watching Arrow, and then fell into Flash, and then everything else. Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow. There's another one that started recently. I think it was called Stargirl. I'm not sure if I want to watch that. The other one is Swamp Thing got picked up, but Swamp Thing's only it's replay of season 1 on CW. I want it to do good. I know people are trying to get a what?
I hate Big Bad Toy Store. I just got an email from Big Bad Toy Store showing a Diamond Select Black Adam. Oh my god. I gotta say no.
The Swamp Thing got picked up on CW, but I think it's just season 1. But it's super dark, and I don't think it's going to be the kind of dark that CW can maybe show. It's not like ugly dark, like there's gore and stuff like that, but there's some parts that are dark. And I just don't think CW is going to approve of it, but I do hope it gets a follow because the show's really good. It's real good.
Yeah, I think they're anything like that probably stick with HBO Max.
Yeah, HBO Max or Netflix for sure.
HBO Max has picked up all those DC shows that were on their streaming service.
All those are good though. Green Arrow, Flash, Swamp Thing. I heard good things about Doom Patrol, so I need to run through that because I bought season 1 of that for real cheap on Amazon. Haven't seen Stargirl, probably not. Supergirl's okay. Legends is okay too. A lot of funny parts. I'm just happy that Matt Ryan's in there as Constantine because that show got cut short. Only 1 season. They didn't renew it, and there was a lot of backlash about that too. And he's an excellent Constantine. I love his portrayal of Constantine. It's what it needs to be. So I'm glad that they added him into that show. But I mean, that show itself is pretty good. For the most part, all the DC shows on CW are good. So definitely recommend watching all of them.
All right. I don't know if I have anything else, guys. Anything y'all want to talk about?
How often do you guys play mobile games?
Not very often.
Mobile games? Like what game are we talking about?
Well, like there's this new game out there that a friend of mine put me on to. and it's called. Hold on, let me pull it up. I just can't remember the name. It's called Among Us, and basically, it's a mobile game where you plus like 10 other people, are like joined into this spaceship basically, and you have to try to fix the spaceship so you can get home safely. But there's 1 to 2 imposters in the group, so what they have to do is they have to go around and stop fixing stop you from fixing the ship, and ultimately he has to kill everyone on board. It is so fun.
Haven't heard of it. Ninja Turtles had a mobile game. I downloaded that, but I haven't played it. I'll probably play that in a little bit.
If you get some time, check this one out. It's really, really good, and it's talking, so it's just it's real mellow. It's a real chill game, but it's fun.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of mobile stuff, but I'll look into it. And I'll let you guys know how that Turtles mobile game is.
Right.
Yeah, I play COD all the time on my phone because I'm better at it on my phone than I am on my console.
That's funny. That's the same with my son in Fortnite. He'd rather play on his phone than on the PlayStation. It's like, okay.
Yeah, see, like, I play Fortnite on my TV. I'm horrible. I play Fortnite on my handheld Switch. I'm amazing. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know how.
It's a lot different. I mean, you're not actually holding a controller, so the controllers. I mean, they're not actually holding a full size controller. So I mean, that's probably the biggest difference. It's a lot of touch and slide your thumb. I think with a lot of those games, so it's easier. It's quicker.
Well, I wish I could put it on console so that I could be a pro gamer.
What do you think? You want to call this one?
I think we're good.
Have you guys before we do? Have you guys how do you guys feel about that Demon Souls?
Never played it, so I don't care for it.
Did you ever play Bloodborne or anything?
I played Bloodborne, but I know it's in the same family of those games, but
it's by FromSoft.
Yeah.
So it like Neo and Bloodborne. It's by the same company. But it came out first before Dark Souls, and I've always wanted to play it because it's like Bloodborne, but I tried playing it multiple times and the graphics were just so bad I just couldn't. I had to stop. And so I'm excited about this. I'm excited the fact that they remastered the whole thing and are re-releasing it like a brand new game, because then the forums won't be so dead if you get stuck. And that's how I got through Bloodborne, was the Reddit forums.
Yeah, Demon
100%.
Souls, Bloodborne, Dark Souls, those are all in the same family. Those are all from software.
I'd like to someday play Dark Souls, but every time I put that fucking game in, I've almost raged and destroyed all of my very expensive things.
I mean, the Neo game, I played very little of it, but I didn't. I was okay with dying.
Neo, I got frustrated with a couple times, but
I mean, Team Ninja's creation in Neo was excellent. I mean, that was just an amazing title. It was a sleeper title.
100%.
But Team Ninja did an excellent job with that game. But those games they're not for me.
But the ultimate samurai game, I'm sorry, is gonna go to Ghost of Tsushima.
I haven't played it.
I want to. I hear good things about it.
It is everything you think it is, and then some. Like, it's what typical American person would want a samurai game to be. Even someone with a little more understanding of Japanese culture is on board with this. I mean, it is phenomenal.
I think I'll wait till I can get it around $40, and then then maybe I'll get it.
It'll be worth it. I played that too.
That for the next show.
Oh.
But yeah, I've been playing a little bit of that one. That one's pretty good. Definitely need some updates on those loot crates though, because it's pretty much Destiny.
Yeah.
They definitely need to patch those boxes. But so far,
I tell you what, the beginning of that game, I was fangirling like every 5 minutes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It felt so legit, and I'm sitting there like, I think I'm gonna cry. I think I'm gonna cry. I think I'm gonna cry.
Character interpretations, Square Enix's twist on those characters and stuff like that was really, really cool.
I like what they did. I like what they did because it opened the door for literally all of those characters to possibly ever be recast.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good exposure. It's very good exposure.
All right.
Anything else? There was that. Oh, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. So good. Just exactly what you think it is. And yes, absolutely every guy in their 30 to 38s in their beanies and smoking their joints while playing. Oh, yeah.
Well, the cool thing is that the character models for those characters are based on what they look like right now. So that was really cool. And a lot of these guys, I mean, Tony's in his 50s. He's already 50, 51.
Mm-hmm.
So all the character models that you see in that game right now, if you pick up a copy of the game, are what they look like currently right now, which is really, really cool. I thought that
awesome.
the update was really cool. But the game itself I played a little bit on the tutorial. It was awesome. I had a lot of fun with it.
I've already finished the first one.
That's literally your wind down and chill game.
It's
Mm-hmm.
that one I wouldn't mind picking up. That was my game back in the day.
The playlists are all the original playlists, which is fucking amazing because that was everything and all I was listening to for that whole portion of my life, and still to this day listen to.
Yeah, that's literally the kickback and chill game. That's what that is. Excellent title, and the visuals and the mechanics, soundtrack, everything's gold.
I think that was it. I think that's it for recent titles.
That's it. Yeah, recent games.
Mind blowing.
The Marvel Avengers, I can talk about it on the next show once I get a little bit further into it.
All right.
I've already finished the main campaign.
We'll dig into some video games heavy next time.
Yeah.
Oh, I got lists.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I'm good. You guys good?
I'm good.
Yeah,
right.
I'm pretty sure my wife.
As far as news goes, I'm good.
All right. Well, I just want to say thanks everybody for listening to 3 Geeks and a Microphone. Again, I am one of your hosts, Lucky the Dork Dad. You can find me at dorkdadpodcast.com or Dork Dad Podcast on Instagram and Facebook. And where can everybody find you, Leo?
Nerd Spew Podcast. I have my podcast show. Can be found on iTunes and Spotify. I also have my Facebook page. Just type Nerd Spew and look it up. And I have a Twitter as well, I believe, at NerdSpew1. So you can find me on any of those platforms and tune into my show either on iTunes or Spotify.
All right. And Ian, where can everybody find you at?
The Geek Paradox on one.com or the geekparadox.com, and then anywhere you listen to podcasts, I'm there. Geek Paradox. I have Facebook, Geek Paradox 1, and Twitter, I think, too.
All right. And again, thanks for listening. And we need to come up with an outro. We just geek. I don't know. Yeah. Bye.
We'll work on it.
Bye.
Till next time, this is 3 Geeks and a Mic signing off.
Boom.